We are live in Los Angeles, and you're watching Good Morning LaLa Land. On today's show, we have a very special guest in the back studio, Arriane Alexander. Good morning.
Gorgeous.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello. So today we are all about Thought Thursday and being mindful. How do you stay happy?
Oh my gosh.
Wow, loaded question.
That is the question of life. And you know, it's interesting because people always say to me, they go, well, you're just happy. You've always been positive and enthusiastic. And yes, I've always had this enthusiastic personality, yet staying happy is an intention. And it's definitely a practice because I have to watch my thoughts all the time because thoughts just come in and they can be disturbing or they can be sad or angry or whatever it is. And I have to just back away from my own thoughts in order to just come back to the inner peace that's always here. So for me, it's an intentionality to call it stay happy, to stay on top of my game, to stay focused, because it's so easy to get distracted. I mean, even driving in LA, driving in life is like, it's stressful and it can make me angry. But I get to choose how I'm going to be in that experience.
That's so interesting. You bring up the point of being mindful about your own mind.
Yeah.
Right?
It's called metacognition.
It's called a what?
Metacognition.
Metacognition.
It's being aware that you're aware. Or it's being aware of your thoughts.
That sounds like a vortex.
Yeah, it is. That is the vortex right there.
Oh,
those are big words. It's too early for those big words, Rob.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your light, Arriane. We're excited to get back to you in the studio
Later in the show. So, Arriane, what is it?
Welcome back. We are live at Good Morning LaLa Land with a very special guest in the house today.
Arriane Alexander.
Hi.
She's a host, she's an actress, she's a business and life coach, and she is my good friend.
Yay.
How are you?
And she has a
So
gorgeous
good.
necklace on.
Oh my gosh, yeah. The whole entire set is obsessed with your necklace. And
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
So good. I'm so great to be here.
Oh,
You're
we're
awesome.
so happy to have
Yeah.
you here.
Yeah.
You're
So-
such a beautiful woman. Like, you just have this essence about you. You're so mindful. No, I'm just kidding.
It's incredible because I met her in the gym, and I feel like she's a gym angel because, and we say this all the time, when you enter the gym, you feel her presence immediately. It's like, I know she's here somewhere. It's just radiating this happiness and light. Yes, absolutely.
I believe it, because as soon as she walked through our front doors here at Focus, it was like she'd arrived. Let's just fan out for Alexander.
Thank you.
How do you do that, Arriane? How do you do that? How do you
Oh my
maintain that
gosh.
happiness and positive spirit?
Yeah. Oh gosh. And you know, I hear this all the time. So I get this about myself, and I feel like it's always been this way with that presence of whatever that is, that energy, because it's this inner. For me, it's this inner experience of just like bigness. I think I had it growing up, but I didn't understand it and know how to use it until later in life when I made it okay.
So when did you make it okay? What was the moment for you?
I think it was when I had a corporate career in the fashion business for many years. I had a really successful career in sales and marketing.
With Brighton.
With Brighton Collectibles, a huge fashion company across the country. I had a glamorous job. I could have been there forever. I was super successful. I was at the top of my game, but I was so unhappy. I was burnt out, and I didn't know why. But I just knew like there was a purpose bigger than me, but I didn't know what that was yet. And then in that process, I got my master's degree in spiritual psychology from here in Los Angeles.
Great school.
Yeah, from University of Santa Monica, which is amazing. And in that process, I realized I had valued this perception of money and security over my freedom and happiness and creativity. And so once I went through that program of spiritual psychology, everything just kind of stripped away. And I was like, oh my God, like I have to just go for something else, and I don't even know what that is yet. So I walked away from this amazing career.
Were you scared?
Oh my God, it was the scariest thing I've ever done. It was like walking on the ledge with no safety, you know, like no safety net.
So what gave you the strength to do that?
Just because I knew there was something else. I just had that calling that like there's something else waiting for me. I just don't know what that is yet. And I had to follow that. It took me years to get to that point because I was so scared all the time because I was like, how am I going to make money and what am I going to do? And this is all I know is corporate America, and I'm really good at it. And so to actually take that leap of faith, I just trusted. I just really trusted life that the next thing would be revealed. And once I did that, once I literally, the moment I just, decided I was leaving my career and left in 2007, everything changed. And it's not like it was all puppies and rainbows and everything's been like great and easy. Like the opposite of that. Right?
Okay, I'm so glad to hear that. Sometimes I feel like I'm taking these these risks, but it is not easy and it's not always fun. And it like appears like it when you walk into the studio or you walk in the gym, you're like an angel, right? So it feels like it's always going to be, it looks like it's always easy.
Yeah, and it's easy for that perception to be there because like people know me now in what I do now, and people know me. So, but what I always laugh, I go, the journey is actually like tumbleweeds and thunderstorms and snowstorms, and then there's some sunshine, and then there's a few puppies, and then there's like wolves, and it's like it's this whole journey of life it's never like this easy, trail.
It's not just the rainbow and a pot of gold.
No, and it's not follow your heart and the money will follow. No, it's not that.
I have a question for you because now you have all these hats. You're doing all these extraordinary projects. I saw you're working with clients, even helping them develop their on-camera presence. And I'm curious to know how you deal with that because for you went through Santa Monica College where it strips you away and to really reveal that true essence. How do you do that with a client that comes to you that goes, I want to learn how to be better on camera, but they haven't done like all that back work?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
It's great because when I started to be on camera for myself, when I started doing, for my coaching business, because I work with clients internationally in business and life coaching, and I do focus on actually supporting them in understanding how to use the power of video because that's in social media, like that's where it's at right now. Like if you want to spread your message across the world, it's on video because we can feel you immediately.
We hear you.
Yes. It doesn't matter what business you're in. Social media and video is absolutely critical to getting your message out these days. Right?
It is. It's critical of how people can find you, how they can feel about you. We trust you immediately when we see you on camera, and it's so much easier to do that versus the written word. But it's challenging because what are people's biggest fears? Being on stage, being on camera. So I had to go through the same thing. So this is why I coach on it because people are like, oh, well, you've been on camera forever and, on TV shows and as a host and it's easy for you. And I go, oh no.
I know, we went through Periscope with the stream of people, the guys being like, hey, show me your boobs and you're a MILF and you're like trying to like stay focused on what you're trying to say.
Yes, it's so distracting, especially when you're in a live stream for sure. The comments come in and there's trolls and you're like, what's happening?
So how do you deal with that, like with the trolls and with the negativity? Because if you're capitalizing and showing positivity and light in social media, there is a negative backlash to it.
There can be, definitely, for sure. And for me, I just continue to focus on, the good that's happening, like the people that actually need to hear the message, because people are always going to be like, "What are you talking about?" And like, "That's not true," or whatever it is. And I just ignore it. I just have to be like, everyone gets to have their opinion, but I don't have to focus on it.
You don't have to put your energy into that negative opinion.
No, never. And that's the thing with clients is like really teaching people how to use this medium. It's about getting over your fears. I always say you have to get bigger than your fear. Because you're always going to be there, especially on video. If you have a business and you want to turn the video on yourself and do a YouTube or Facebook Live or Instagram, and you're going to be scared. Because it is scary to turn the camera on and start talking about your message and like what you think.
It makes it so scary? Why are people so scared of that?
I think it's being seen. It's really this, because that's what I find of working with clients for so many years. It's like there's this innate fear of being seen and not being good enough. Right. That's the thing that comes up all the time. Is like I'm afraid I won't be good enough.
Right?
Totally. That voice that's like I'm not good enough, and what if nobody listens? And I'm like you're not going to be good enough because it's when you're on video, it's a whole new platform to use, and B, who cares? Because what's good enough?
Right.
It's so funny you say that. I remember when I first sort of tried to take the leap from the corporate to doing more like entertainment related stuff. I kept reminding myself, Rob, nobody's really watching anyway right now. Right, that was my way of getting through it. And I hear a little bit of that. How did you do that? Because you went from something very corporate that you weren't loving to this incredible life now where you're teaching other people how to overcome those fears. But there was a period for you before you did Grey's Anatomy, before you do Justified, where you were really afraid and you didn't want to reveal yourself in that way. What did you do in the beginning that you now share with clients? And over their fears.
Yeah, one of my teachers a long time ago said, the fear is always going to be there. Just walk through the fear anyway. And I use that today because it's not, this is what I think as humans we do, is we go, well, I'm going to get over my fear and I'm going to get confident and then I'm going to do the thing. And
Yeah, when the fear is gone, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting.
Right. Right. Yeah.
50 years later, yeah.
Right?
Right.
It's like, I'll do it. It's that thing of like, well, I'll do it someday. But what is someday? Is that like Tuesday in 2022 you're going to do it? Like, what is that? You know, what are we waiting for? Because the fear doesn't go away. And it's just like, I always equate it to working out at the gym because I lift weights like Rob does. And I'm like,
And she really lifts weights. You do. You do. Sometimes I just stand there
I
and
need
say,
you guys in my life.
She goes in. She goes in. Yeah.
I do a lot of talking too. My jaw gets a lot of workouts. But you know, the weights will be heavy, and I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. Well, of course I don't know if I can do that because I've never done it. But I just have to do it and then see if I can do it. And that's how the muscle is built. It's not, the muscle isn't built by doing the same amount of weights that I've always done. So it's the exact same thing as working out as it is in life or business. You don't get the same thing by doing the same thing. You have to push yourself. You have to move beyond the comfort zone, and that's where the actual growth comes in. So the fear, yes, the fear is going to be there, but like it's just the commitment to whatever the thing is that you want to do, to doing it anyway, and then the fear will eventually subside.
It's like we talked about earlier with Amanda Russell's tips. Focus on the why, not the what.
Right,
Yeah.
completely.
Yes,
100%,
very
yeah.
purpose driven. Absolutely.
I love that. So your clients and what you're primarily doing is showcasing their potential and building their brands. Is that really your main focus?
Yeah, it's really to magnify your message, whatever that message is, because when clients come to me, they might be experts and already, you know, have an established business as an entrepreneur or author or speaker or coach or whatever that is, real estate agent, you know, anyone who has a business is like having to build relationships and have clients. And so what I love doing is actually supporting them in getting so clear on what that message is and magnifying it. Of like, how do you just have, because I think people are afraid to actually say what they really believe and what their message is of like, ooh, yeah, is it gonna be good enough and are people gonna listen? And my whole journey with clients is like, let's just get it out there, you know, build that, you know, move beyond your comfort zone. Get over your fears, not get over them, but move through them, and start sharing the message no matter what it is, so that you can magnify your message, so you can create the impact in your community and your tribe and your business the way you really desire to, instead of like staying afraid and like small and like, oh, am I gonna, you know, I want to do this thing, but I can't do it.
Getting me turned up, Arriane. That's amazing. I'm like, yes, let's go. Let's go now. Yeah, it's incredible. It's one of the things that I love about you. And it's no accident that you're good. She actually introduced me to Lori Harder, who was also on the show. And it's incredible for me to sit in this spot right here, because to be surrounded by such strong, motivated, inspiring women, I think is just mind-blowing. And I remember having a conversation years ago with a friend of mine, Vanessa Williams, and I remember she was saying to me, men are really intimidated often by strong, independent, successful, intelligent women. And I never understood that, because I've always felt incredible security in that and freedom in that. And so what's it like for you, you know, Arriane, you know, when you're helping other people and other women sort of step up and men to step up and be their true selves, but they're worried that either, you know, they're feeling either incredibly intimidated or that they might intimidate other people. How do you work through that?
I think it goes back to letting the message be bigger than the thoughts inside, and that's the why. You know, that's the what are you here to do on this planet? Are you here to be afraid that someone's going to be intimidated by you, or are you here to actually do powerful work in whatever it is you're doing? And so for me and anyone that I coach, it's always that. It's like, because the small voice will always keep me small and like shrinking and like, oh, do I fit in? And is this okay? And oh, are you gonna like this about what I do? But the bigger voice that knows the purpose, whatever your purpose is, knows that you have a greater message to share, and that has to be the voice that you give more, you know, energy to, and you listen to, is that voice that's like, yes, I have to do this thing, I have to spread this message, I have to do this business because it's important to me.
Thank you for living that message, for walking through that fear, for sharing your light with us.
We're going to continue the conversation with you, and love to have you back in the studio.
Hi, I'm Arriane Alexander. I'm a Rock Your Business coach, and this is my life. I grew up in Kansas, and I did everything I was supposed to do. I went to college, I got a job, I was successful, and I was miserable. And I was living in LA, working in the fashion business with a very glamorous, successful career, and I was so unhappy. I just didn't know why. fast forward 10 years later, I have an amazing business as a Rock Your Business coach with clients all over the world. I'm a working actor on amazing TV shows. So I never dreamt as a little girl in Kansas that I would grow up and be living the life that I do today in LA. But what I found was life has bigger plans than I did. When I just said yes to the opportunities in front of me, things just kept unfolding so beautifully and so perfectly, and here I am. And this is my life.